Good morning, everybody. I hate I hate when I get frustrated. It's like I sit here and I sit here and I sit here and I sit here and I wait for gold to cross over and retest the prior day open. And it has to do it right before the damn news. Man, I'm just telling you, just just frustrates the shit out of me. Oh, frustrates the shit out of me. The one setup I've been sitting here waiting for. Morning, everybody. I am magically up $251 in a trade in gold that I took earlier today. Like I don't even remember when it was. $251, but earlier this morning. So I'm actually over my weekly goal by $10. $10. I'm over my weekly goal by $10, which right at this point in time is a positive and a negative. The negative is it was a great week to make money, and I just didn't make a lot of money. The positive is, a couple days this week, I was so sick, I don't even know how I traded at all. I shouldn't have been trading whatsoever yesterday. As a matter of fact, I ended the day down $110. And I hadn't had a negative day in a long time. I just couldn't even focus long enough yesterday on like a ES crossover gold line trade back up 2 points or whatever to get my money back. I just couldn't even focus long enough to do that. It was the weirdest thing yesterday. As long as I kept moving around, I was okay. As soon as I would stop moving or stop talking, I would go straight into a fog. And it happened to me a couple times in trades. Like I would sit here and wait for yesterday. I'd sit here and wait for a trade, and I'd be talking to you guys, whatever. And then I'd get in it. And then as soon as I was in it, I'm like just focused and not moving and not saying anything. And I would just go straight into a fog, and I'd freak out and close the trade. Because if I can't see what the hell's going on, if I can't focus on what the hell's going on, I'm trading live money. That's stupid. So yeah, I lost $110 yesterday, or $107 to be exact. But there was some good movement this week. I certainly should have made more money than I have. I feel better today. I am kind of awake today. I do feel better. But man, I went to bed last night at like 9:30, man. I really think I'm struggling with one version 85 of COVID, because I've just been really tired and can't focus, can't think. I've had 2 incidents in the last week where my wife says something to me about, can't you smell that garbage or whatever? And I have no idea what she's talking about. No, I don't. So I think I have just another round of COVID personally. There's some strand of it. You know what I mean? So yeah, we got some final numbers at 10 o'clock. Hopefully after that, we can find some trades. That's what I'm hoping for. It's exactly what I'm hoping for. The market's way above all our numbers for the prior days. We're way up above the prior day high, so we're way above all these static lines. So we're going to have to do some moving average trades if we're going to make any trades, which is fine with me. It'd be a pretty piss poor M pattern, George, because the second leg went up higher than the first leg. That's a pattern for a continuation to the long side, not a continuation down. I'm thinking it's going to come back and hit this red line in the NQ and continue its journey to the long side. Good morning, Dominic. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. This is one of those days where you kind of got to sit around and hold your hands, because there's just news, then news, then news. News, then news, then news. Good morning, 8-Ball. Where's my freaking coffee? Shit, I don't even have my coffee. Jesus. I don't even have my coffee on me. I just realized that. Maybe I'm not completely out of my fog yet. I don't even have my coffee. Oh, man. Yeah, Jeff. Yeah. I've had COVID tested. I've been tested 3 times positive for COVID in the past. And like each time was different. Like all the symptoms, but you know, not being able to smell was definitely consistent all 3 times. Definitely not being able to smell was consistent all 3 times. I am not a big fan of COVID. The first time I had it, which was before the government was even, so I wasn't tested because the government wasn't even publicly telling everybody about it, you know, like naming it and all that kind of stuff, was the worst. I remember the 4th day that I was sick, I physically didn't move the whole day. My whole body felt like somebody hit me with a baseball bat. And I told my wife, if I still feel like this in the morning, we're going to the hospital. Because I didn't, you know, nobody knew what it was, really. Day 5, I woke up, didn't even realize. I woke up, got out of bed, went in the kitchen, started making coffee and stuff. Didn't even realize until my wife says to me, so you feel better today? What are you talking about? Like, I didn't even realize I had been on my deathbed the day before. It was the weirdest thing. Day 5, I just snapped right out of it. the first time I had it. But boy, day 4 was brutal. I think I saw. Isn't that something that Ninja's advertising right now, George? Because I've seen some advertisements for something where they're giving away like $400,000 to the winning trader or some shit like that. I think we should all do the entry fee for Jim to do it. I think we should all do the entry fee for Jim to do it. Because I think I got my money on Jim. I tell you that right now. I got my money. Just leave a gold chart in front of Jim and let him go. Yeah, exactly, Wayne. Yeah, the first time I had it, man, I didn't even know what day of the week it was, nothing. And then the 4th day, man, I could not physically even move. Oh, it's free? Ah, I think, I'm going to tell you one thing. The problem would be, I already know this. The problem with Jim would be, because he's a lot like me. The problem with Jim would be, Bob, there's damn rules. I don't like rules. Because I'm sure there's some kind of rules. I don't like rules either, man. I like to be free. But anyways, I think Jim would be the perfect candidate for it, though, in that respect. I'm telling you, he has learned to look inside the candles and recognize the opportunities. Yeah, new home sales. That would be me. New home sales. I'm helping the economy. I got 10 houses right here that I've got permits on. That'd be me. Trying to look at the data here. Where is it? 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 Where the hell am I? There it is, Yahoo. Huh. Bond market's flat. I guess because the numbers basically came in as expected on inflation. Oh, all that, the 830 stuff, which was your CPI and that kind of stuff, inflation, the lies of inflation, where they change what they're going to actually use in the inflation numbers so they can lie about what the actual inflation numbers are. Sometimes the government thinks that we don't need to eat, so they take, because if food goes up too much, they just take it out of the numbers. Apparently, we all don't need to eat. All right, we got 10 o'clock yet. One more minute. YM had a nice 1 minute gold line right here, obviously. That was pretty much right out of the gate. 943, yep. All right, we're out of 10 o'clock. The RTY has a kind of a pretty steep candle off this news. Gold does too, actually. Shit. Consumer sentiment. That's probably the bigger impact. Consumer sentiment is at 10 o'clock. That's probably the bigger impact on this for data than new home sales, without a doubt. I use MarketWatch. I use MarketWatch.com. The thing I don't like about Forex Factory is it gives me too much shit. Like it's telling me stuff I don't need to know at all. I might need to know if I was trading currencies, but all right, let's see if we can. Let's see if the RTY will come back down and test that red line off of a new Donchian Channel. That might be something to look at right here. Yeah, I've heard that too. Bat cave, Bob. And gold is now going to do what the hell it's been doing for a week now. It's going to go into dormant mode subsequent to the market opening. I mean, gold has just gone to sleep after being a beast all morning. There it is. Now I've gotten used to this, and we have to wait for it to wake up later. Later, like after 10:30 or so. Lately, it's been kind of coming back to life. All right, here we go. I'd like to see this come down here, and maybe we can get a little inside candle somewhere down here on the red line in the RTY and take that back long off this Donchian Channel. Yeah. We got to have it move down before we can have it move up, Dominic. The further it moves down, the better. That gives that boomerang effect that we're looking for. I need it to go down some more. It's stuck on that freaking 9 EMA from the 5-minute chart. See, it hit it here, came up. Hit it here, came up. It's hit it here again. See that? That miniature gold line I got there? It's getting stuck on it. Oh, you're probably going to roll up again, aren't you? Damn it. All right, there you go. Come on. Let's go back down. Come on, there you go. Come on, let's come back down here. Come on. There you go. Come on down. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. If I just remove it, it won't happen anymore. You can see it's a powerful cog in the wheel. It was right here too. That's what pushed it back up here. I mean, you know, and then pushed it back up here, and then it pushed it up here, and then it pushed it up here. I mean, it's a powerful cog in the wheel. There's no doubt about it. And it's doing it again. Jesus. Okay, gold's coming back to life. What a, you know, so frustrating about sometimes, you know, news. So it's just, you know, I sat here when price was up here, praying for it to come back down here so I can take the long, knowing that if we get the long, it's going to go back to here. But then we got news 2 minutes after it did this, and we have news again at 10 o'clock right here. I mean, like, you know, I can't sit here and hold this thing through that, and then it turns around and it's going to go do the pattern anyways. It's frustrating. That's why I really hate news. Yeah, it broke free. It did. Just so frustrating that the pattern still held that I was talking about, that I typed into the chat at like 9:20 or 9:30. I don't know, sometime this morning. I typed in the chat that right there. But I mean, I'm just not going to take it in the news. So over here on gold, what I would like is it to come back and test this break with this gold line and then go long. But you know why it's going to do it ahead of time? Because I'm not in it. I'd get $100 if I was in this damn trade. This thing would come back and start beating on these lines. It wouldn't be running off, making my trade easy. No, it wouldn't do that at all. Would not do that at all. No. We don't want to make the trade easy. Bob's in it. Fucking piece of shit. Yeah, the YM is sitting on top of that 9 EMA. Just keeps rolling back up. Just keeps sitting on top of that 9 EMA and keeps rolling back up. The NQ's doing the same thing, but there's no room in that trade. Freaking gold. What a bitch. What a bitch. Did it break that pivot? No, it did not. Oh, the gold situation, Steve, was freaking beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I just cannot. I would be breaking every rule I've ever written by holding on to that through consumer sentiment and PMI. You know, I mean, I couldn't sit here and do this live YouTube stream with you guys with a straight face if I did that. All right. Come on. Give me something to trade here, gold. Gold has woken up early. I'm surprised. It's actually starting to move again. I'm talking, for me, I don't know what he's talking about. For me, it was the prior day open retest, which it did exactly what the it's supposed to do, which is crossover, retest, and go to here. It did it. But I can't take that fucking trade because we had news here and here. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't take that trade with news. And then after the news was over, there was really nothing for me to do other than potentially chase it, which I'm not going to do. I'm not going to chase it when the candles are hundreds of dollars thick. Fuck. Jesus. Just fucking ridiculous. I'm not Patch, it's not chickening out. Let me clarify something. It's not chickening out. I'm trading with live money. I can't lose live money by doing something stupid and being in a trade during news. Real news, consumer sentiment, and PMI in an instrument like gold. That's just, I can't do that. That would just be, I mean, I might as well just be doing cowboy stuff. Okay. And that's one of the things I try to preach to all you guys is don't cowboy trade. Exactly. It's being a disciplined trader. You just can't do stupid shit like that. Because the one time it works, then you'll start doing it all the time. And then and all disciplines out the freaking window. I can sit here and trade and make money every day that my faculties are working, but I only need one day to lose it. Yeah. I mean, it only takes one day to lose your money. Now, prop firm people, or whatever, I mean, again, that's just that's a different animal in a lot of cases. Because what did you lose? You lost $30 or whatever an account costs nowadays. Oh yeah, during the news. That's another thing, Steve. You're 100% correct. When the news is about to hit, the gap in pricing between the bid and the ask can grow as much as 10 ticks in news. I mean, in gold. So when it does go through you, you're not losing, say, $200. You're losing $300-$400 by the time yours executes, minimum. If you have a $200 stop, well, it's kind of hard to have a $200 stop when your entry is here. So my entry would have been at 19. I mean, my stops down here are over $600. But the damn trade did exactly what I wanted it to do if we'd have gotten there 15 more minutes early. I could have possibly put myself in a position where I'm not risking money. All right, so I'm going to see if we get something along these lines here. Oh, absolutely gorgeous setup. I was before this thing even went live, I was preaching it in the comments that that's the setup of the day. The problem is fucking news. I really hate news. I do. I hate news because I can't sit here and just trade my patterns in the morning. I have to wait till the news is done and figure out what's influenced by the news and what's real, and then keep looking to my left and see when the patterns start working again. I mean, another thing is news can take your market. I've talked about this before too. News can take your market and move it from here to here, for example, and then it just stays there because the move is over for the whole day. News can destroy a whole day of trading in 1 minute just by taking the whole market and moving it up and then leaving it there for the rest of the day without any rotations. That happens often. All right, come on, gold. Come down here. Oh. Well, this is more what I was kind of thinking would happen. This is more following in line with what I was thinking was going to happen right here. Okay. Come down, create space, come back, retest the bottom, and let's look for the short. I'm assuming the YM isn't doing anything. Am I correct? Yeah, it's not doing shit. All right. It's not doing a damn thing. Just hanging out. Well, maybe we're not going to do what I thought. Are we going to bust up? Oh, Jesus, there it goes. There it goes. Are you going to go long? Go back inside. Go back. Go back inside. Go back inside. Jesus. All right, go long. Go long. Go long. Go long. No, you're going to take me out. Go long, gold. Oh, got knocked out. Damn it. There goes my money for the day. Yep. I'm only up $30 now. There goes my money for the day. Are you going to go low? You're going to go low anyways, aren't you? Yep. God dang it. It's going to go low. I was afraid it was going to go low because the red line is so far away. And price is a magnet to these moving averages. I did go long, Sarah. Man. Are you going to go back up? All right, what I want it to do is roll up here and then look for a short. No. I was fine. I mean, the rotation up was worth quite a bit of money if it would have worked. I still have a belief it's going down because this red line is so far south. I mean, price has run away from support. So I'd like this to go up in here, create an inside candle, and have us go short. Stay. Just stay. Or spike up. That's fine. Either one. Stay or spike up. Stay. God damn it. Spike up. Come on. Spike up. And then down. Spike up. Ah, shit, man. I wanted it to spike up through this inside candle. Come on. Give me an entry. Go back up. Go back up. Go back up. Get this out of the way. Because this thing could drop like a stone right here, which is about what it's doing. Bob. Awesome. Ah, man. $40, $35. Jesus. Oh man, this got killed right here. No option. We had a new high, came right pretty fast back to the red line, but it just gave up. So I was looking at a long to take here, back up to here, but it gave it up right here. I didn't like the fact that it broke this pivot here, but if it had held this line, I was still going to try it. But it did not hold that line. There you go, David. Yeah, when it rolled inside, it went short for sure. When it rolled inside that prior day close. I don't know if you want to ask yourself that. Depends on what kind of account you're trading with. Depends on what kind of account you're trading with. come on, gold. Come on, gold. Well, hello. It's too early for me to do the shorts off the red line in things like the RTY because the market's up so much today. So what we're really looking for is price to cross over the top of that red line, create a gap, sit on top of that red line, and go long again. That's what we would be looking for, Patch, on the red line. It's too early. In the afternoon, if price isn't so far from the overnight open, PriorDay close that area, when it rolls inside that red line, then we might be looking for shorts. But it's too early in the day on an upward trending market. My thought process is they're just seeking a longer term moving average down here to push it back up, whatever that may be. You got to remember, when the market's up, there's even slower moving averages than these that price has to keep battling through to make your short trade work. Gold is stuck in indecision. Stuck in indecision. It wants to go long. Hey, Jill. Gold wants to go long. It wants to go long. It's been wanting to go long for months. It's stuck. So here's a potential example right here. The NQ. So we got inside that red line, but we may roll back up, cross over, and sit on top of it. And then, you'd be looking for that continuation in the direction of the market. The ES is in the process of doing the same thing. I mean, they both of them, once again today, look literally mirror images of each other. The ES and the NQ. I mean, they're literally mirroring each other again today. That's not every day, but they are today. I mean, literally, the candles are exactly the same color, everything. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying earlier, Christine. That's exactly what I was saying earlier. I hate huge 830 moves from things like employment data, CPI, stuff like that, because it has a tendency to just kill the freaking market because the move is already up. Look, we're just hanging out. Like if you take NQ, you take the ES, you know, predominantly those two, they're just hanging out at the highs. They're just literally hanging out. Where are they going to go now? They went to where they wanted to go, and there they are. Good luck, everybody. Yeah, those 830. It's predominantly the 830 news because those have a tendency to be the bigger pieces of news, specifically employment, CPI, that stuff that caused the market to go crazy. And the NQ and the ES have now confirmed rotation back up north of their red lines, kind of like I pretty much predicted, because we are having an up day market. So down below our 21 SMA could be other support lines pushing it back up in an uptrending market. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Looks like gold is just continuing to beat on the prior day close and overnight open. It looks like they're trying to go long. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Oh, looks like gold is up above the prior day close and the overnight open again. RTY. It's rolling back up and north of the red line. Wow. That was going to be your rotation right there? Wow. Shit. Wow. Okay. So the YM broke this pivot right here. You see that? So if we get a pullback here, we could potentially have a 1 minute gold line long, which would coincide with, hopefully timing wise, of the RTY sitting on top of the red line after a gap. That would be nice. That would be nice. So we need this to come back to here and this to come back to here. And you can pick your flavor after that. If they agree with each other, pick one or the other and look for them to go long. All right, I'm looking. Well, the RTY's done it. The YM didn't. Yeah. Hold on here. Come on. What I want is come on, baby. Come back up here and sit on. Bring that head up here. The formation in the YM is still valid because, see, we have a newer high now that we're coming back off of as our pullback. Absolutely. No, not the opposite, Christine. What you need to do is a different instrument. So if I go long in the RTY, you should go long in the YM. If I go long in the NQ, you go long in the ES, because then they'll decouple and yours will work smoother than mine. I'm going to pull this down here for those of you that trade the NQ. Okay, where is it? God dang it. I got this thing all screwed up. If this thing busts that bottom, okay, it did, then I'm going to look for it to take through the top. See how you had your inside candle here on your 1 minute gold line after you cross over? So if this busted the bottom, I'm going to take it if it goes through the top of this candle. If it doesn't do it with this candle, I'm going to kill the trade, the potential trade. I need it to go through the bottom and then back through the top. Yeah, GC's rolling over there, Jim. I stole my loss back, by the way, in GC. Okay, kill that, kill that, kill that, kill that. I stole my loss back. I did. I stole my loss back. So I'm back up. Oh man, I'm $14 short from my goal. Well, I'm at 226, but I'm $14 short of my goal. Shit. Man, so see that inside candle? I mean, when these things like really work, like if you want to increase your odds and you want to really like make sure you're taking, high probability trades. It's when you have that pattern, you had that high and then you pull back into your gold line as an example, or your red line or your static line or whatever, and you get an inside candle and you get the break one way. It's while that break happens, you're looking for that candle right here to reverse and slam right through the top of this candle. That is the bee's knees pattern. I'm telling you, that's exactly the trade that happened yesterday in gold. That from the moment you entered it, it went $700 in 1 minute. That's exactly the pattern. Exactly it. That just makes it a more conservative entry for you. And if you guys need me to explain that again, I will. I'm just. Now, what am I doing here? I'm trying to get this damn. Yeah, gold is not. What's frustrating right now too, Jim, is but the way it rotated over, it's now no longer respecting the lines. But again, what do I talk about? Again, I'm going to get to that. What do I talk about? I know I say this a lot. I say, what do I talk about? What do I talk about? Well, what do I talk about? I'm going to tell you what I talk about right here with gold. One of the frustrations with any of these instruments is if after you get through, so much time in the morning, your price comes to the overnight open and the prior day close, and it does not go away from it. If it does not go away from it, then it's at equilibrium, and there's no tradable events in here anymore. The overnight open is a magnet for equilibrium. And if price feels like it's at an equilibrium and it has no reason to be high or low, you're going to just sit there and get chopped up. You're just going to sit there and get chopped up. If there's a second one, it's even better. You still want, so if you get a second one, like I'm talking about for optimal. If you get a second inside one, you still want the one immediately to your left to get pierced. But don't forget, the formation still has to be valid. So like your candle still has to be, like your wick still has to be north of that gold line, or north, on the candle, to your immediate left, or your red line or your static line or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, we should have some music. Well, I agree with that. I think the song we should have playing constantly, if you want to know the truth, I think we should have the song Freebird, because if you can learn how to do this, then you are a free bird. If you can learn how to make, a couple $1,000s a week or whatever, you have just bought your freedom. Yeah, look at it go, Jim. Look at it go. Now this is what we want in gold, by the way. Just to go back to what I was talking about, what we want in gold, if you're going to try to trade, we want this damn thing to get away from here. Man, my shoulder hurts. Yeah, you broke that pivot at your 1049 candle, Jim. Come on, gold, go somewhere. Do not rotate back. Come on, gold. The frustrating part about gold is it didn't do right now. Jim's trying to ride it to the bottom. The problem is it never crossed in, set, and rolled. So at any point in time, it could do that. Still. Yeah, that break, yeah. Oh, shit. Man, I'm $10 short of my goal. No, $15. $15. I guess I need to just find an NQ trade. That pull to the red line is not a valid trade in gold, Patch, because we had too many misgivings along the way. It needs to be more deliberate than that. Now you're going to get a reaction there. I mean, that's something you can count on. You're going to get a reaction there, but I wouldn't count on it being a tradable event to bring you back to your highs. because of how price got to that red line. I really want gold to go down. Jesus, what's going on? Holy cow, the ES just rolled over pretty strong. What's going on over here? All right, let's look at the let's do this. Let's get the YM blown up here and get a good look at it. We have not busted the red line since way down here at that 8:30 news shit. Here we are. We did break a pivot. We came down here pretty straight. Where am I here? Let me blow this candle up. Let me blow this up so I can see it better. So north of this pivot, rotated north of this pivot. See how we stepped? When this one's here to our left and this one less left pivots and goes higher, we are stair-stepping back long again. Does that make sense? Those are the little simple things that hopefully are making sense by now. You had this pivot here that rotated down. You had this one that rotated back up to the right of this one that broke the pivot to the left. So now we are stair-stepping long. And this damn thing's going to go. I just, I need to just quit trading. I didn't like this right there. I didn't like this right here, to be honest with you. I wanted more confirmation that we broke this red line, but there it is. God dang it. Now, this still is a 5-minute moving average, so I might get lucky and get something in here. We might come back and sit on this. What would be really nice if we kind of came up here and then rolled back down and did a W pattern, because this is a really nice move down. I mean, that is a really nice move down. So get up here, come back, sit on this red line again, and then take the W back up into here. That would be nice. Because I missed this first attempt. What, buddy? What? My dog comes down and stares at me. Dad, I thought you were going to take me out to do yard work. I am, buddy. Not right now. No, I don't, Wayne. I do not. I'm not discrediting it. I just don't. I don't watch it. I mean, I kind of look at it like that 5-minute gold line. I just don't. I see what it does. I just don't. And it does things, but it doesn't make tradable events for me that I like with the big boomerang. There you go. Good job, Patch. Good job. Stick around and hope and root me on for a W pattern. Root me on for a W pattern, because this is ideal. And if I could show you my other two charts, I would tell you I would tell you why it's ideal. But this is ideal for a W pattern. I mean, it really is. what's going on in the ES and the NQ right now is going to potentially set me up for a W pattern right here. I just need this to come. I need this to keep coming down, sit here, and then boom. I mean, the ES and the YM are, I mean, the NQ are literally making this setup happen for me. And so that you guys will know what here. Let me do. Oh no, shoot! I didn't want to. So we had a crossover 1 minute gold line short here, set up in the NQ. So what that means is if this gets, because there should be some pushing down, this will hopefully push this down at the same time. The market's still up, so it'll find some place to rotate up. So what I want is this to go down in sequence, sit here, and then give me a long. So, so what I'm hoping is that the ES and the NQ 1 minute gold line trades work, because if they work, then this is going to come down to here. Okay. Yep. Now I'm telling you, NQ and the ES just don't want to go down. They really don't. I mean, that was not that 1 minute gold line trade I would not have taken, which if you notice, I didn't talk about it, but it's set up both in the ES and the YM. I mean, ES and the NQ, but I didn't talk about them because there's just no way I'm taking a 1 minute gold line short in those equity markets this morning. Just that's might as well just take your account and throw it away. Might as well just take your account and throw it away if you're going to do that. But I did want them to follow through a little bit. They did, but not enough. Jim Gold has gone to sleep. Okay. I don't have an oil chart up, but I'll take your word for it, American Patriot. I'll take your word for it. I don't know what the hell. Gold is stuck on the red line, probably driving Jim crazy. Well, gold just woke back up. Whoa, gold just woke back up. Now, it's so here's the deal with gold. So that red line is ultimately holding. And that was my concern when we got here, because if you remember, I said this 10 minutes ago. What I didn't like about this trade going all the way to the bottom is that when it went back inside this area, it did not come back to here for rejection. If it's going to go from point to point, then they need that rotation. Just like the crossover point I mean, you just, again, rinse, wash, repeat. Crossover, point to point. They didn't go point to point without this confirmation. Now, this thing may still roll up and create that confirmation here and then go down. I don't know. But it's stuck at this red line, and I believe, in my opinion, why there's so much indecision right here is because this never happened. To force it to here a little bit more deliberately. And then, of course, you have your buyers on that red line. So they're just stuck. They're literally just stuck. Literally just stuck. Listen, anytime there's news revolving around oil, it will wake it up. And yeah, I woke up this morning and read that news about oil in India. And that just means it's a free for all for oil to move around. I mean, the United States is going to continue to put pressure on Russia's ability to export oil because that's what's funding their war right now. They're going to continue to put pressure on them to stop that, until they will come to the table and settle this war in Ukraine. I still think the biggest problem with the war in Ukraine as to why it's still going on is I don't think Putin, which I don't blame him. I'm not a pro-Putin person, so Jesus, don't go off on this. But I don't think Putin believes NATO. Because why would you believe NATO? They already violated the treaty they had with him when they started the process of rolling Ukraine into NATO. They already violated the treaty they've had with Russia since the 1950s when they did that. So I don't think he believes them when they tongue in cheek say that they're not gonna do it. We'll send the war. Look at that. Look at that YM. Beautiful situation that I didn't catch. Beautiful situation on the YM. I mean, it's just beautiful. Excellent. All right. Sorry. One of my lenders hey, one of my loans is ready to close. I got my lenders trained to text me in the morning. Don't call me. Don't call me, text me. So one of my loans is clear to close. I got to get another one done here soon too. So keep this train moving. Well, now this YM This YM just may do a 1 minute gold line. How do you decide how much profit you are looking for? Is it tick based, pivot based? Well, when I'm in a trade, I number one thing I don't do, Patch, and I kind of talk about this. Is I don't even put a P&L on my chart so I don't see it, because I don't want to see it. I mean, it's just me. I don't want to see it. It's funny. I sit here and I contract hundreds of thousands of dollars in houses on a weekly basis. But if I sit there and look, I mean, not on a weekly basis, monthly basis, whatever, annually, millions of dollars annually. And when I trade, I just get brain farted when I see a P&L. So the thing that I try to do is get into a trade, manage it from the bottom up to get myself to break even when it's comfortable, and then I look. Then after that, I then grab my target. I either stick with where it is because I know it was 2 to 1, for example, on my initial stop loss, or then I look to the left and see if there's a higher pivot or whatnot to take it to. So, for example, I mean, the ideal trade on this YM, when this happens here, you should at least go back to the pivot that brought you there. That's what a 5 minute red line trade should do. That's why you should be able to give it more room, let it get it squirrely and stuff like that here, because again, you're using a 1 minute candle on a 5 minute chart. But your intention is exactly what happened right here. Your intention should be the pivot that brought you there is your target. And you can see that I wouldn't be the only trader thinking that, because once we got to that pivot, see how the sell-off happened? So, it's kind of like the entries. I look to the left for my entries. You should also look to the left for your exits. And then this stupid thing did a 1 minute gold line trade right after that. So it went here, boom, because we broke a major pivot here, back to their gold line, and then bam, back up through the highs. I mean, there was actually 2 trades there. But anyways, I don't know if I answered your question, but that's the intent. First is to put myself in a situation where I'm not losing money on the trade. And then second is to then figure out where I'm going with the trade. That was just wonderful. Pivot, pivot, pivot shows you that this pivot is going to go to this pivot. I mean, it's like a book that rewrites itself. Oh, no problem. I mean, I don't mind answering the questions because it's my answers are always the same. I mean, it's just simple because I'm doing is regurgitating the patterns that you should see every day. And so, it's the subtle things though that I like to point out to help people. So like, with this major pivot pushed us down here, it was when this pivot pushed it back up and broke this that made this move here valid instead of a Donchian channel. Because, I talk about the Donchian channel because that makes it simpler for people. If that Donchian channel moved, everybody, it's simple for people to understand that. But the internals, which is why I don't even use the Donchian channel when I trade, the internals is recognizing which directions the pivots are starting to establish themselves. Are they establishing themselves long? Or are they establishing themselves short? Therefore, what kind of trade you're taking off your moving averages. Are you doing it in agreement with the market's internal intentions of direction? The static lines, it's a total different thing. You got to kind of ignore the pivots. That was beautiful. I mean, that was, and see, she's very frustrating right now, but that's okay. So yeah, this one here, I just didn't, man, I wanted it to pull down. So I validly knew I was through. But then bam, through here. So we have a major pivot broken to our left, back to the 1 minute gold line, then boom, bam. I mean, there was 2 trades there. There was 2 trades in that one leg. There was 2 trades. Trade 1 back to the pivot, trade 2 back to whatever your target is. And its whole pattern was much smoother than the RTY. The RTY did not give any setup. It didn't cross over, sit on top of the red line. It didn't do anything for us. But the YM divulged 2 setups right there in a row. But the RTY didn't show us shit. So, but sometimes it's reverse. Sometimes the RTY is showing the setups that the YM is not, and gold is finally breaking down. Jesus. Finally. Come on, do something. But Patch, back to your stuff. If you just start, looking at the subtle things I'm talking about, build up your own confidence, trust in the things that you've done multiple times in building up that confidence, you'll see the same patterns that I'm talking about real clearly. Jim is great at it. Jim sees the patterns. You hear him typing in there every once in a while, broke that pivot. Like he's looking for those indicators that I talk about, those pivots being broken, which show commitment to this or that, or now I'm looking for support or whatever. Man, could we possibly be doing what I was hoping we were going to do in gold? Finally, roll up, actually test this, and then roll down. And the ES did the same thing. It didn't give any. The ES didn't give any setup, even though it crossed over the red line, and neither did the NQ. So the only one that did a good setup was that met like our rules and what we're looking for was the YM. in that scenario. Man, what's gold doing? Woo-wee! Somebody's buying it. I know next week I'm going to feel better. I plan on doing a better job next week. This week I've been very lethargic. Today I'm awake. I'm just out of rhythm. Hey, honey. Hey, Lucy. My dog is sitting there staring at me. I told her we were going to go out and do yard work today. she's literally sitting at the door staring at me. You gonna? Oh, now because I'm looking at her, she's gonna come over and say hi. All right, come here. Come say hi to everybody. There she is. This is Lucy. This is Lucy. Okay, honey. Yes. All right. Sorry, hold on here. What are we doing? Are we looking for a long retest over the prior day close and open, or a short rejection? I'm assuming you're talking about gold, Rick. Well, you are obviously talking about gold because the rest of them have left the stratosphere. As I talked about, with the rest of them, you can only be trading the lines, the moving averages. Yeah. I got two of them, Snoopy and Lucy. Lucy's my little sweetheart. She does everything with me. Snoopy's more independent. You know, he's a boy. To answer your question, Rick, I'm only going to take a short in gold if I can do the inside candle thing and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I know. Snoopy and Lucy. I love those names. If that's the only way I'm going to take it short. Otherwise, I'm going to look for it to cross over and give me a long. I mean, I really need gold because gold has been so aggressively long. You got to remember when it's down here, it's negative for the day. And that's not something gold wants to be, is negative for the day. So for us to cross over and then start rotating back up to here, that's probably more like what's going to happen. We'll see. Oh, I don't even have my strategy turned on here. Let me do that. There we go. Sorry about that. Did we break the bottom? No, we stayed at the bottom. All right. Well, shit. Are you going to go? It might go short. Rick? I don't know.
Jeff Haldren.
Now, that's not one of my lenders. That's one of my factories. Calling and begging for orders because it's Friday. Bob, you got any orders for me? Have I called you with an order? No? Okay, then I guess you got the answer. Man, that looks like it's going to go short, Rick. Of course, I'm not in it. There's some decent money that came out of that. Is there not? 42, 40. No, not yet. God dang it. Stop. All right. Sorry, I was seeing the equity markets acting stupid over here to the left. Come on. Rotate up. Sit on top. Let's go.
$828.
Jesus. Okay, come on. Come on, gold. Wow.
$828. 577.
Did I answer the call last time, or did I let you in my voicemail, but you don't like to leave voicemails? Come on, gold. Come on, gold. Wow. Okay. Let's go, gold. I really want to see it come up, break this pivot, sit on top, and have us take this long. That's what I really want to see. I'm being conservative because it's Friday. I just want to go. I want to go long in gold if I go at all. Come on, gold. Jim and I have talked about doing a like a podcast kind of interview. He does not want to be involved in this, though. And I don't blame him. I mean, it cost, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but it costs me money to sit here and do this because I miss trades that I wouldn't miss, because I'm talking and I'm doing this and that. I mean, I miss trades that I normally would not miss. The gold trade I missed yesterday for $700, I never would have missed that if I wasn't sitting here doing a podcast. or a live stream. Sorry, whatever they call this shit, a live stream. I never would have missed that trade. God dang, it was a beautiful trade. And I mean, it is exactly what I look for. And the reaction after was the confirmation, because it literally ran in one candle, $700. Like, just, I have to figure out how to stay as focused on this as I am on what's going on over here. That's where because this whole live streaming stuff is new to me, of course. So far we've had, from the bottom, we've had one. This is since here, which was 1040, which, by the way, 1, 2, 3 attempts through. So here we have 1, 2. We've had our second right here. And if we get a third, it should go through. And here's our third. This one should go through. And then what I'm hoping for is for us to cross over and then sit on top and then go long. Come on, gold. Wow. Come on. Shit. Hold on here. Oh, shit. Where am I? I'm over here. Okay. Come on. Go up through the third. Come on. Come on. Go up through. Do what we're trying. Do what I need it to do. Come on. There you go. Come on. Go up and through. And let's sit on it from the top side. Come on. Come on, gold. God dang it. We're showing those signs again that I don't like, where we're stuck at the open. I don't like being stuck at the open. All right, so we got some movement going on in the equities. Does anybody see that? For some reason, they're all rolling over back into, like, NQ is rolling back over into our red line. Hold on, let's see. Okay, the RTY did the same thing. Okay, well, interesting. Look at that. Whew, man. I just glanced up and I see the NQ just crashing. I hate shorts. I do. Jim, you know that. I say that all the time. I'm an optimist. I'm an optimist, Jim. I'm an optimist. That's what it is. I do. I hate shorts. I'm an optimist. I don't like to be a pessimist. I wish I was an optimist on that trade right there, because I think we're going long. Shit, I completely missed it. This right here would have been a nice long right there. 32. 32 is the long. 32 even. Okay, gold, come on. Come on, gold, do it. Do what I believe you're going to do, which is cross over. Yeah, I struggle to even see the chart short. But I will definitely seek a long before I ever seek a short. I mean, if gold doesn't start busting up and going through those pivots and rotating here, I think it's stuck at equilibrium again. I mean, none of this is tradable. What's going on here? It needs to cross, clear space to the north, and come back in a deliberate fashion, test those lines, and then boom, and take us back through the highs. That's what gold needs to do, which the highs are, way up here. Oh, there it is right there. So this is a red line, right? So you had this. So for example, you had this inside candle right here to this candle, and then you had it break down, and then you have it run back up through the top. That is my ideal scenario. What are we doing here? Apparently, we're not doing anything. Yeah, that RTY is stuck, Dominic. I don't know what the deal is. But I'm going to take it long if we break this candle right here. Look at gold. Hold on here. Let me get back over here and look at gold. Okay, gold may finally be doing what I'm talking about. So what we want is a candle to form up here. Don't just run away, you dog. Don't just run away. We want a candle to form up here now that we've broken these pivots. And then we want it to rotate back down, test these lines, and then we want to take that long. So we want this candle here to close. I want you to close north of these lines. Don't just come back. Ah, Jesus. Jesus. Ah. Fuck. Come on. It's just not giving me anything to. All right, hold on. It's not done yet because it's still north of. No, it's. Damn it. Forget it. Forget it. I think we're stuck in that situation where it's directionless because we're sitting at the overnight open. There is no sign to go short anymore. We're not breaking any pivots and rolling over. And hell, this right here is a sign to go long. All right, come on. If I get a hammer candle here, I'm going to take this gold trade long. No, you doing it? What are you doing? No, you're rolling over. It's just trash, Jim. Exactly. It's trash. See, we're back at that equilibrium. And so we're back to gold being directionless. I mean, I was hoping by breaking these two pivots and then sitting on top, we would have something. But that we would have a sign that it wanted to go long. But right now we have no sign of it wanting to do anything. It's just trash. It's literally trash. And that's another thing you need to recognize. You need to recognize when something's trash, because if you trade in trash, you're just going to lose money. Yep. It's never a good sign. You want price to come to it and then go away. You don't want price to come to the overnight open and then stay there. That is the kiss of death. Because because you need momentum. You need energy and momentum to go away from this line. It's very hard to get, especially as the day goes on. Well, shit, I guess I'm going to close out my day $10 short. $10 short of my goal. Wait, sorry. $14 short of my goal. $14. Be exact. $14 short of my goal. Well, that just fucking sucks. That just sucks. That just sucks. Yeah, gold is absolute garbage right now. Absolute garbage. Okay, something just happened. Again, something just happened. Something just happened. Something just happened. Everything's freaking, going haywire right now. ES just had a huge candle. YM's really not that bad. NQ had a big candle. There's a big dump. It's across the markets, Jim. Everything. Again, somebody probably said something. Somebody probably made somebody's feelings get hurt. Somebody's feelings got hurt. And you had to go on freaking CNBC and cry about it. Yeah. Well, and you're just going to get caught. You can guess what's going to happen, but you're just going to get caught up in the wash. And that, by the way, is exactly why you always trade with a stop loss on your chart, because you never know outside of your four walls of your house or wherever you're at what's happening in the real world. You never know. I'm with you, George. I'm green too. So I'm just gonna close mine out too. I'm a whole $226 up today, net of commissions and yada yada yada. 226. So I mean, well, gold sure rejected that red line, didn't it? Not that I would have traded it. Not that I would have traded it. I mean, look at this. Look at this stuff. Yeah, that's scary. It is moving like NQ. That's very scary. That is very scary. And there it goes the other way now. I mean, talk about, you can just blow everything up right there, folks. I mean, this candle, 39, 45, $600, that one candle. All right, well, guys, I'm going to shut this down so I can get some work done. And then I can take my dogs out and do some yard work also. Oh, yeah. Well, I hope it's going to start paying off for you, Patch. I know it's been paying off for me. I know it's been paying off for Jim. I've been paying off for Orville. The thing you got to remember is it's, not every day is going to be Christmas. But if you can see the bigger rotations, you can keep your eyes open for why the market's doing what, why, and where. I just think you'll know more about, as more and more time goes by, the more and more you'll understand exactly what you're looking at, when to participate, when not to participate. And then when you build up your confidence, you can get a little more aggressive like Jim and look for just pivot breaks and what's going on then. But you gotta, it's a building process. You gotta crawl before you can walk. You gotta walk before you can run. And if in the whole process you can keep from destroying your confidence and and do kind of like I'm doing, build your journey in steps. Master your craft at this step, then try this step, then try this step. Like, for example, my intention next year is to grow my goal, my weekly goal, from the 1,000 to 2,000, and also start growing the number of contracts that I go into trades with. So, but I want to do it in steps. You know what I mean? Because it was honestly the steps that I took to get me to where I am today. You can't do it overnight. Anyways, don't forget to like the video. before you go. And I will see you guys next week. Okay. Stay green. If you're green now, stay green. Bye.